Summer is over and school is starting again, which means it's time to get back in routine, but it also means less time for us moms. Our schedules are about to be jam-packed with practices and lessons, and we'll soon find ourselves with even less time for ourselves and for our families, which is why I am excited to share with you that my friend Christine with Stanley Cleaning Company has opened her books. She is currently scheduling one-time and regularly scheduled house cleanings. Gain a couple extra hours a week for yourself and for your kids, and let Christine come and make your house sparkle. They have recently partnered with Airbnb and many local businesses for cleaning as well. You can find them on Facebook under Stanley Cleaning Company, or you can give her a call at 765-860-3606. She is serving Grant and Howard counties. I can tell you from personal experience, you will not be disappointed. Give her a call and get a free estimate today. This episode is sponsored by Nick Pate from State Farm. I'm Kayla Keith, and this is Missing Midwest, a true crime podcast about those that have gone missing. Today's story is about a little girl who disappeared while walking to school in the span of 1 block. More than one person saw her that morning, but no one saw who took her.
I hate tight windows like this.
This is
people go missing.
Literally the tiniest. Actually, if you're a subscriber, the case that I did yesterday, it was like a 10-minute window that we were working with, and one of the investigators said that you couldn't get a person couldn't go missing in 10 minutes. And I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Here's my podcast where we have done so many cases on people that have went missing in way less than 10 minutes.
That's like that cop that told us that nobody goes missing off their bike.
Literally. We had a weird thing in our house once where a bike was we found a wrecked bike in our front yard.
Destroyed.
It was all crushed up, and it was just in the side ditch, which happened to be our yard.
Yeah.
And there was a scrunchie in the middle of the road.
Yeah, it was a weird situation.
And a rag, and we were like, what? And being we're true crime people, we
took pictures of everything.
We took some pictures of it, and I didn't call the emergency or 911, but we called and reported it, and a cop came out, and he was talking to us, and I didn't say I have a true crime podcast because I'm not gonna be that person with a police officer, but he was I said, he acted like I was so stupid for calling him. And I was like, well, we were just concerned because it looks a little, suspicious. And he was like, ma'am, people don't go missing while just riding their bikes. And you guys, I literally laughed. I think we went through and I did name 10 cases of people that went missing while riding a bike.
Yeah.
And I was like, sir,
yeah,
that might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard a police officer say. Yeah. So, yeah. That kind of happened in this case that we did yesterday too, because today we're talking about a little girl, and it was 1 block, and they said that to walk this area would have taken 2 minutes.
Man.
So screw it. There you go, officer. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I think 10 minutes would be plenty of time to get somebody out. So, do you have any announcements before I get started?
I don't think so. $5 subscriptions gets you access to 90.
So many episodes. So many episodes about people that went missing on their bikes.
90 stories that you have not heard us tell yet.
We would love to tell you.
You would be happy to know that we will be sending you stickers as well. You sign up for our subscription, and it makes us happy every single month when we see your name come across, and it helps us pay our editor. That's also helpful. So consider it. We would love to have you.
That was a really great infomercial. Thank you. That was good. Subscribe and save. You're not actually saving, but you are getting
90 bonuses.
You're literally getting so much.
You're gonna make another one next Friday.
You can be the next guy that has that who was the famous infomercial guy from our childhood.
I want to be that guy. I don't know who you're talking about, but
from our child, the one with the beard, the OxyClean guy.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You're like the OxyClean guy.
Yeah.
My only announcement was gonna be grab some long sleeve tees because I think it's fall. I think
it's close.
John, you asked me if we could light a fall candle, and I said no.
I went to Haneland's Orchard.
I was like, but we did buy it.
I'm ready for fall. This morning we had a fire drill at school, and
did it feel like fall?
What?
Did it feel like fall or something?
This morning it kind of did.
You got a vibe? You got a fall vibe?
If it could be like this all day, But then when I was playing football recess, it was like
It got really hot. It got real
crazy.
real
But
fast.
this morning during fire drill, I was like,
Stop.
we're getting close, people.
I am very dangerously close to getting the decorations out, so
I'm here for it.
I am too. Okay, so fall long sleeve tees merch. Buy our merch is what we were getting at there.
Yep.
Before we went on that tangent.
Yep. Let's get to the story.
Okay, we are talking about Kathleen and Shea. Okay, she went by Kathy. 6 years old. She went missing from Tyrone, Pennsylvania, which population is 5,400, and they do have $1 General.
There you go.
Now, Kathy was the daughter of James and Mary Alice Shea, and she had 2 younger brothers at home named Kevin and Todd. So we are going to March 18th, 1965 in Tyrone, Pennsylvania, okay?
60 years ago.
Yeah, it's a while ago. Now, Kathy was really excited to go to school, okay? So she was 6 years old, like I said, and she had actually been, like, absent for several weeks because she had gotten her tonsils taken out. And then after she was, like, getting over her tonsils getting taken out, she got the chicken pox, like, really bad. And so she missed school for, like, I think I said, I don't know, I read 2 weeks and 3 weeks, but, like, a significant chunk of time. Yes. And so she was, like, super ready to go back to school. Now, this was her second day back. She had already went back yesterday, so she was going on her second day. And she also, while she was recovering from surgery / trying to recover from chickenpox, she'd missed her birthday.
Oh,
and so she had missed her birthday party. And so she was back at school, and then Friday night, she was having a big sleepover with all of her cousins at her grandma's house, which was like a replacement birthday party. So she was just like living her best 6-year-old life. Like, she's ready. We have a great birthday party sleepover, and I'm going back to school this week. So she's ready to go. Now, she only went to half-day school because it was kindergarten. Remember when we used to do half-day kindergarten? That was
AM or PN?
I was AM.
I was PN.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we're so opposite. Man, half-day kindergarten was a dream. I like that. And so it was Adams Elementary School, half-day kindergarten, and she was a PM girl. And so she did not go to school until noon. Now, her dad, James, came home for lunch every day, and so he would come home, and then shortly after he got there for lunch, Kathy would walk to school, or he would give her a ride there on his way back to work. Now, he came home for lunch that day. Kathy was there, and he offered to give her a ride, but she really wanted to walk, and it's 4 blocks away, like 4 blocks, and the school had crossing guards at each block.
Wow.
So, like,
That's kind of like Marion was.
Yeah.
Like around.
well, I'm just saying, like, so it was 4 blocks, but like there was adults like sprinkled throughout evenly throughout the whole thing. And so she left. Now, she normally walked to school with her cousin. However, her cousin was a 6th grader who would come home for lunch as well, and then they would walk back together. But the cousin was actually mad at one of the crossing guards. Like, they were in like a little, I don't know, a boy-girl spat. And so she went a different way because she didn't want to walk by the guy that day. So Kathy was by herself, and she normally wasn't by herself.
Oh.
And so 10-ish p.m., she kissed her mom and dad goodbye, and she starts walking to school. Okay? Now, she got all the way, like, she was at, like, the last crossing guard. So, like, block 1, block 2, block 3. The crossing guard's there, and he actually was, like, an older student now, because it'd be, like, so, like, crossing guards were for, like, really busy intersections, but, like, the residential areas, they had, like, older boys doing it.
Like teen
high school, yeah. And so this boy, it was like a boy that we're talking to, not an adult. But he reported to police when she was missing that he did talk to her that day.
Interesting.
So I'll get to what he says in a minute. But basically what happens is she is walking to school. At the end of the day, 4:30 comes and Kathy doesn't come home. And her mom is like, what's going on? Like, where's Kathy? And so she called the school, where the teacher informed her that Kathy never came to school that day. But the teacher didn't report it because she had been gone so long anyway. Like she had just came off 3 weeks of missing.
Teacher, I can see it be like, oh, apparently they're not ready.
And yeah, or she's too tired from yesterday.
Like, I mean, every day when you do attendance, like it'll say like excused or whatever. I'm sure something similar back then, where I had some kind of system.
I don't know.
Like she was had a medical reason to be out. You just assume that and leave it on to another day.
Yeah, I don't blame that teacher at all. It was just so sad that like man, that's like a perfect storm of things to like make it not. And so she never got there. So she left at 12:10 and never got to school. And like,
so that's 4 or 5 hours.
Exactly, of her being gone.
Yeah.
And so they immediately like her mom, Kathy's mom, called police like as soon as she hung up with the school and realized she never showed up. Like she called the police. Like she was like, she realized like this has been hours already. So the teacher and the school start looking at the school, and the family and the police are at the house, and they launch pretty much like the largest search party that this city had ever seen. Like hundreds of people. They actually took the boys, the juniors and senior boys, got excused from school. Like they had to go search.
Wow.
For 2 days. They got 2 days out of school. And they said they literally would just like, they started at the elementary school with these kids and just like sent them out. They said like hundreds of kids just like spreading out all over town. And there was one guy, his name was Bob Dollar, and he's actually like president of like this historical society, and he's a councilman, and he said he was in 7th grade at the time, and he remembers that he would walk by her house every morning, and he said, I remember that the junior and senior boys got 2 days off of school to help, and they said there was just thousands of kids going in different directions to find her. He said they were looking in every dumpster, every drain, everything.
So manpower.
I mean, literally. Now the Tyrone Police Department turned the investigation over to the FBI because like they had nothing.
Man.
They're like, we need help. Like we don't know what to do.
At Bo Digital, we believe every small business has a unique story. Someone just needs to be telling it. In marketing, the best stories move us to take action. But we also know how hard it is for small business owners like you to juggle everything and still find time for marketing, much less storytelling. That's what Bo Digital is here for. We help companies of all shapes and sizes anywhere in the world with customized solutions that connect you with your customers. Whether you need a new logo, better website, stronger social media presence, engaging video content, or just someone to help you make a plan, we're here to help. Our late founder and Kokomo native, Wayne Stanley, built Bo Digital as a family, and our team strives to become part of the professional family of every business we work with. That's our story and our guiding principle. So if you're ready to start telling your story with confidence and connect with the right customers, visit bowdigital.com. That's BOWE digital.com. Your marketing deserves a pro. Let's put a bow on it.
And so the FBI starts helping, and they start interviewing people, obviously, like around town. And that is when they found this crossing guard. And he said, you know, he knows he saw her that morning because he talked to her. And he said when Kathy was walking by his like intersection, he joked with her because he said she was kind of just like walking slow, kind of like lollygagging a little bit maybe. And he said he joked with her, you know, if you don't hurry up, you're going to be late. Like you need to, like, I know you're, you know, having fun, but you need to hurry it along.
Yes.
And so he like definitely had a specific interaction with her that day that he recalled.
Oh, yeah.
And so now they're like, dang, like she made it 3 blocks. She made it 3 of her 4 blocks.
Jeez.
So they're like, it literally, like they mapped it out. And from that intersection where that crossing guard talked to her to the doors of the school, they said it was less than like a 2-minute walk.
Man.
Yeah. Now, there was another woman in the neighborhood who was walking her daughter to school. And she said she remembered seeing an unfamiliar car driving like slowly. Like she said it passed her like more than once driving on that short walk to school. And then...
That'll sketch me out.
Yeah. Then she said that she also recalled seeing Kathy walking to school that morning as well. And then also there was a guy that was retired and was like living like at home during the day, like in the middle of the day, an older man, and he knew her and he saw her that day walking to school. So like we have multiple witnesses that saw this little girl. Right. It's not like yesterday's case where it's like anything could happen in 10 minutes. Like you saw this girl in a, how long does it take to walk 4 blocks? Like she's been seen by multiple people in a 4-block radius.
Yeah.
We've narrowed it down that she was snatched by somebody or got in a car somewhere between block 3 and 4.
That's crazy. I mean,
It's insane.
Such a tight window to not see anything.
Now, so it's crazy to me that nobody saw this happen. Like what a tiny window. But one of the other patrol boys came forward and he told police that he said back in like November or December, an older man came up to him and specifically asked him to point out Kathy Shea to me.
What?
He said that he like just came in over his shoulder and he said like he looked and he pointed to Kathy and the guy just like nodded his head and walked away.
I can't think of a single good reason for that.
Yeah. He said the man looked to be like maybe 50 and he drove a dark car.
And that was back in like December, you said?
Yeah. He said he couldn't remember. It was like back in the winter, November, December.
Man. Don't like that at all. I don't like that one bit.
Yeah. So now there was another 2 different patrol boys in the area because this is like the residential, the residential area. They said that they spotted an older man driving a dark truck and it like was like being weird enough for them to notice it, like just driving around. So I think it's fair to say that this man in his 50s in a dark car took Kathy that day.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's pretty fair to say.
Some of them did, yeah. I mean,
we have 3 people that saw a suspicious man in a dark car, and Kathy has went missing in this tiny, like, it's got to be this unidentified man.
Like coincidence of that not being him would be crazy.
Yeah. Who was asking about her and why?
I just can't think of a single good reason to be like, I mean, unless you're like a teacher trying to find a kid.
Yeah.
You know, like that's.
So if he did say which one is Kathy, which some people have said, do we know for sure that this boy, they said he was like 12 or 13?
Yeah.
Like, what if the guy said, like, what if his wording was off? Like, he could have said,
like, who is that kid?
Who is that kid over there? And he said, oh, that's Kathy.
Yeah.
But it's very specific wording. Like, we really need to know the exact words to know what his intentions were. But if he said, is that Kathy Shea? Like, that is targeted.
Yeah.
That is like, I would be looking at who her dad works for or who pissed who off. And why is he asking for a child's name specifically? Like, that sounds hitmanish to me. Or revenge, maybe? I mean, like, they're trying to find...
It could be stalker because she's been on an inconsistent schedule. Like, she had her tonsils taken.
Yeah.
She had chicken pox. Like, there's no way to know.
It feels like a plan. It was so many months ago.
But even then, though, that is a terrible plan.
Terrible, but...
Like, to say, I'm going to wait until she's a block away from school, even if you found a blind spot, that is crazy. Like,
the only thing I can think of is like she had been gone for like 3 weeks. So like once she was back, like, I mean, this was in March, March 18th, like 3 weeks before that would have been the end of April. Like this guy was asking about her and like back by Christmas.
Yeah, that's wild. Like you said, it sounds intentional that like they're seeking her, but also like the snatch and grab would have been like a very limited window, lucky timing to where like you couldn't have planned on that. I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's insane.
They're basically
so there has been nothing.
Nothing. Oh my gosh.
Nothing ever happened, Johnny. Like
60 years. I mean,
Kathy,
nothing's gonna happen at this point.
Her parents have already passed on.
I mean, imagine if this guy was 40. He'd be 100 right now. Like, that's great. Nothing ever came from that.
No. So her family like kept trying to find answers. They submitted their like information to like Ancestry DNA, their DNA and stuff, just to see. Her dad had said like in an interview. So apparently like there was like a case where, okay, so like it was in California. This little boy, he was 6 years old, was playing in his front yard, and a lady stopped and asked if he, this is so cliche, asked if he wanted some candy, and he went with her, and like she kidnapped him and drove him to the East Coast, where she then like sold him to a family like in this like fake adoption, and they raised him. And he was like this 51-year-old. He was like a firefighter, an Army vet, a grandpa. And his niece submitted her DNA to Ancestry DNA because she knew her family had always talked about this like long lost uncle that like got kidnapped out of the front yard. And she got a 20% match to somebody on Ancestry DNA. Wow. And like they contacted the family and like come to find out it was freaking him.
That's crazy.
And he said he had this vague memory of like being in a park.
Technology, man.
But like he really didn't have much of a memory of it, and he ended up like getting reunited with his family from the East Coast to the West Coast, and he met the brother that was in the front yard with him that day.
That's crazy.
That's insane, right? And so this family like saw this story, and so that's why they like submitted their own DNA and everything, hoping that like one day, like maybe
I would 100%.
I mean, they're like, hopefully they hope that somebody took her and raised her as their own. Like that's what the family's hope is. But yeah, it ended up that nothing. I mean,
I just can't believe that somebody got snatched within a block of a school and nothing ever stirred up about it. That's crazy.
Yeah. 2005, her dad said he still has hope that she's alive.
Wow.
And he said he hopes whoever didn't take her life, but instead wanted to raise a child of their own. And he said maybe he hopes that Kathy had grew up in a good home and she would be 66 years old today.
Yeah, that's wild.
Insane to me. Just like that's the terrifying. That's the stuff like I need to like put my kids in my house and never let them go, because like how can just someone literally just like up and vanish like that and have nothing left?
That's wild.
And how did we, like, it's pretty scary that we lived. I don't feel like you could get away with it that much anymore with technology.
I mean, especially that close to school, like the cameras.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like
65,
like,
they didn't have.
There was a time when people could legitimately like snatch your kids and they're not yours anymore. Like this person has them and you'll never find them.
Man. With all the like cameras on the school and the Ring doorbells, and
there's no way that it would have been.
I mean, our school is.
You might be able to take a child, but you're not going to get away with it because there's just.
Man, that's so sad.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened to her. I mean, I know, and that's the thing though. In this case, like I know what happened to her. She was taken.
Right.
Obviously, but by who? Like it's just.
Jeez.
Crazy.
This podcast is a So.Will.I.Studos production. So will I.
Are you ready to upgrade to the home that fits your family best? Take the first step of that process by giving my girl Stacy Westfall a call. She's partnered with Apple Tree Realty in Howard County, where they have the knowledge and resources to help you reach your goals. Stacy has quickly become a successful realtor in our area, and I am so proud of her. She's not just a friend of mine, she's also a mother and a local firefighter. Buying and selling a house is stressful, and having someone professional and trustworthy in your corner can make all the difference. Give Stacy a call today at 765-461-1243 and follow her on Facebook at Stacy Westfall Realtor.